Okay guys, so hopefully you've got your chart set up all nicely. It's Tuesday afternoon. Here's my time here, 16:53. That's my time. And then my broker time, so yeah, it's 12:53. And London is 10:53 a.m. Okay. So let's start at the beginning. When you come to trade, first of all, you open your Forex Factory and you just quickly look and see what high impact there is. Okay, so there was an Aussie dollar, 4:30 a.m. this morning. Remember, we changed these times to a broker time. And over here, 11:30 for the Great British Pound. Okay, so that's actually passed. Let's have a look, see. So there was Great British Pound. Let's have a look at Great British Pound US dollar. Okay. So if you just hold your mouse over a candle and you look down here, it'll give you the time. 11:25. So 11:30, when that news came out, was probably about there. And you can see it's moved it down. Okay. So that's the first thing you do whenever you come to look at trades. Just look for any high impact. You don't want to get ambushed in the middle of a trade. Okay, then the way we trade this, okay, the very first thing we look at our Ichi Moku Monitor. Okay, now there's 16 potential candles and we're looking for a minimum of 13 to take a trade. Okay, so here there's 15 out of 16 are red and that yellow means neutral, so that qualifies. Okay, then the second thing we look for is, are our EMAs trading under our 200 EMA? Okay, so that white one is our 200 EMA. Okay, that pink color is our 77. Okay, then we've got our green, it's our 62. And then we've got our yellow there, or gold, 24 moving average. And what color is that? Kind of salmon white is our 9. So that's a perfect setup. Our EMAs are going down, they're all trading below the 200. Our Ichi Moku Monitor is showing more than a minimum of 13 red candles, also in a down direction. So what we will be looking for is to trade the pullback. So we're looking for 3 consecutive green candles, and then we enter a 10-minute trade, always in the direction of the trend. So in case you forget, it's just whatever's showing on Ichi Moku, down. So it's a down trade we're looking for. Okay. So with this Great British Pound US dollar, that's a perfect looking chart. Okay. London's open, so at least one of the currency's markets open. So it's Great British Pound USD. So that's also qualified. Okay. However, it's within an hour of the 11:30. That's it. Oh, that's just gone over. Okay. So this is qualified to trade. So now we can keep an eye on it. And as soon as we see 3 or 2 green candles, okay, we can get our trade set up. If our third candle is also green about 1 minute before it expires, so it'll be showing 3 green candles, we can enter our trade. Okay. So what we're doing is we're looking for the pullback and then for it to continue in the direction of the trend. Okay. So later on I'll show you a few more advanced strategies once you get familiar with this, but this is enough to come out winning. Just following that. Okay. Now as I said, it's going to take patience. So that's a perfect setup. 13 or more red candles. All the EMAs are trading below the 200 EMA. There's no trend line in front here. It's already broken through a trend line there, which was a monthly support. Okay. So that's a perfect looking trade. Great British Pound US dollar. Okay, let's have a look at something else. Let's see what else is looking good. You'll start getting fast looking at this. Let's see what's happening there. Euro Japanese yen. Okay. Right, let's have a look at this. Euro Japanese yen. So obviously Europe's open. It says Berlin here, but it could be Frankfurt. Okay, so it's German time. So the Euro's open. Okay, there's our 200. Okay, there's our EMA, 77. There's our 62. There's a 24. Our 9 has come down. Okay, so this is a perfect setup. We need 13 or more green candles in an up direction. So here we've got 15 out of 16. Okay. So here we were looking for a pullback. 1, 2, 3 green candles. So by the time I had 2, I would have set my trade up. Watch this third candle. Okay, about a minute before, 30 seconds before, if it was still red, which it would have been there, I would have entered a trade over here. Okay, so it would have gone down and now it's pulling back. It's starting to go back in the trend. Another perfect setup. Okay. Now, as I've said before, it's very hard to back test this because you don't know what the Ichi Moku Monitor is going to be doing or what it was doing. I mean, just a few seconds ago when we looked at that 16th candle was showing neutral and now it's showing down. So that would have been a perfect trade to get in an up trade, always in the direction of Ichi Moku's. So it has to be above the 200, okay? And then you have the 77, 62, 24, and the 9, all above it. Now, one other criteria is when you're counting these candles, okay, anytime you have a doji, okay, so like that's a doji there, that's a doji. Those are candles that open and close at the same level. You can see that opened at 132.27 and closed at 132.27. That cancels your count, okay? Cancels your count, you have to start again. So, and also, that 9, if you're counting 3 candles, which we are here, and that 9 EMA, look here, it's crossed the 62. Okay? If this was still a red candle here, we would cancel, we wouldn't get into the trade. Okay, that'll become clear later. Because what that's potentially indicating to us is a change of direction. So as long as the 9 hasn't crossed the 62, we're fine. So that would have been a trade. That's the trade we would have entered. Let's see how it pans out. Okay, let's have a look at something else. Okay, Euro USD. Okay. Where is our 200? Okay. If you can't see it directly, scroll back. Okay, there it is there. Okay, so now it's moved below the 200, but not all the EMAs are below the 200. And look at our Ichi Moku there. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 candles that aren't down. Okay, so there's 12 red candles, but there's 4 going up. So that's not a qualified. And also that wouldn't be qualified because, I'm going to make it a little bit bigger again. Because you still have some EMAs above the 200. Once those EMAs move below that 200 EMA, okay, and you start getting 13 or more red candles, okay, then it's lined up for a potential trade. Okay, Euro USD, European markets open, dollars not, so at least one of the markets is open. That's a qualifier. Now you can see here, this is a pivot line. Okay. There's another one there. You can see it's bouncing off this. Okay, so I'll show you that in future strategies. But right now, that wouldn't be qualified for a trade. Okay, let's have a look. Euro Aussie, how's that looking up? Okay, that's looking potentially like it's moving up. Okay, so we've got how many? We've got 13 green candles. Okay. It's been trading below the 200, but it's just broken through the 200 EMA. Your 9's above it, your 24, but your 62 and your 77 are still trading below the 200 EMA. So you can see that's potentially looming to trade. That's going to cross over there, hopefully, and then that'll be qualified. Okay. Euro Australian's closed, but Euro's open. So at least one of the markets is open. So you can keep a close look on that one. Let's have a look. Aussie USD. Okay, straight away, now the market is open, so it's not qualified. Okay, even though it's looking good. Look at that. That is how many? 14 out of 16 are red. That's good. But over here, look. There's your 200 EMA. You've still got a 60. Sorry, your 77 and your 62 are still trading above it. But keep an eye on it because, look, New York's going to be opening soon in a couple hours' time. Then you can play it again. Okay? So they do line up all through the day. Euro, Japanese yen, we looked at that one. Okay, so there was that dollar index. Okay, there was that Great British Pound. It was a medium impact. Okay, so it did move the market a little bit. It's the high impacts where they absolutely blast. So dollar index is moving up. If you've looked at your analysis from Market Club, that free one, which I showed you to sign up for, it'll give you a breakdown of what they think the market's doing. It's daily, weekly, monthly. It's good to be aware of what's happening there. Okay. So over here, you can see it's in an uptrend. Okay. So if you look at anything, if you look at what makes up the dollar index, the euro makes up the most of it. Okay. So the dollar index is moving up, the euro is going to move down. Okay. The others aren't as exact, but they do still follow it. Okay. I'll write more about it on the website. Okay, let's have a look, see what we got here. We've got Great British Pound, Japanese yen. Okay. We just scroll that back a little bit. Okay, beautiful. Look at, there's the 200 there. Okay. There's our 77, our 62, our 24, and our 9. Those are all below the 200. Make it a bit bigger. Okay, so that's looking like a really nice chart. And then we look at our Ichi Moku. Okay, 12 are green. Okay, and all our EMAs, we'll pull that back a bit for you, are below our 200. So they're in complete opposition to what the Ichi Moku Monitor is showing. Okay. If that Ichi Moku is showing up, to qualify this trade, all these EMAs would need to be above that 200. Okay, right now they're showing below. So that's definitely no trade. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to bring the Ichi Moku style of trading, we want to correlate it with our traditional EMA trend direction trading. When those two line up, I'd then be happy to trade on the pullback. Okay, if they don't line up, don't trade it because you don't know where the market's going to go. Let's just have a look here. US dollar, Swiss franc. Okay, so Ichi Moku Monitor, right, great. It's got 13 out of 16. Okay, but is it clear to you where our EMAs are above, below the 200? It's not clear, so just don't even bother looking at it. Wait till it becomes clear, like those other ones, where you actually know, there's the 77, there's the 62, the 24. Okay, so what I'll do, so let's have a look, go back to that Great British Pound USD. That was looking good, I think it was. There is Great British Pound USD. Okay, so look there, we've got our 15 or 16 are red. It's very clear those are on a downtrend. That's in a downtrend. So there's two candles pulled back. Okay, fantastic. So now I'll get ready to set up a trade. Okay, my time there's 06. Okay, this will show you here. It's got like 3 minutes left for that candle or that bar. Okay, so that candle, it's got 3 minutes left to trade. So it's going to be 10. Okay, the third candle would be 15, so I could go set that up now on my Cedar Finance platform. Okay, so let's go and do that. Great British Pound USD. Oops, let's bring that back. This is the results of my internet. Okay, so that's where I made those last videos at 9,419. I didn't do any trading yesterday. So option builder. Okay, so Great British Pound USD, there it is there. Okay, so if we wanted that third candle to expire in 15 and we add 10 minutes to it, it's going to be 11:25 expiry. Okay, so 11:25. Okay, so 25 is the minimum, but I've had a good run over the last few weeks. I'll go for 100. Okay, and which direction was that in? It was down. Remember? Down, down. Okay, so we're going to put it down. So have it set up like that so long. Okay, and then you just watch it. So that's the second candle. Hopefully it's going to close green, and then we look for our third. So what I'll do is I'll put this video on pause now, and let's see what happens. Right, so it's coming up to nearly 15. Up. This third candle here now. It's still, okay, there we go, look at that. Okay, there's 27 seconds left. Okay, so I've got 3 green candles. Fantastic. I'm going to put this trade on. Yep. And let's hit apply. Only hit that once. Okay. That gives you 3 seconds to cancel it if you want. Okay, and our trade's on. Okay, so we got in there at 1.51782. Okay. We'll put a line there. 51782. So it was pretty about there we got on. Okay, so it's opened a little bit lower already. Okay, so it's going to be a 10-minute trade. Okay, so our trade's on. It's going to expire here 11:25 on our platform. Okay, so I'll put the video on pause and I'll come back closer to the 10 minutes expiry time and see how we've done. Okay guys, and we're back. So 11:23:31 to whatever like that. So it was going good and then it went up. Okay, it's coming down. Okay, so let's have a look at our chart. So there was our 3 green candles in the pullback. That's the line we got in. The 4th candle went up a little bit, and now here's our 5th candle. It's going back in the direction. So that was the pullback. Okay. Now what I like to do, okay, is go back to my option builder. Okay. And go back to my Great British Pound USD. Okay, just have another trade lined up. Okay, what it'll be, so this is going to expire 11:25, so another 10-minute trade would be 11:35. Okay, now we're not going to use it here, but it's just a little bit of an advanced strategy. Let's just say, I mean, that looks like it's going to win, but we'll wait and see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Say this 5th candle carried on going up. Then we would end up with a situation where we had 5 green candles in a pullback. That is so strong. You could even go for a larger trade because it is more than likely going to pull back on the 6th and 7th. But this is good enough for us. 3 candles, the 4th went up, and here's our 5th. And, oops, expired. Okay, we were in for a winner. Okay. So there you can see there where it ended up. Okay. So look, it's pushing right down. So there was our 1, 2, 3. We got in at that white line. There was the 4th went up a little bit, and then our 5th came down. Okay, so that's what we're doing. We're trading the pullback. Okay. Okay, and we got our money back there. So now we're in 9496. Okay, so I think I've gone a little bit over on this video. Let me make a next one, and we'll go through some more trades.